After the coup in Niger, the BBC said there are concerns Niger could move away from its Western allies and closer to Russia, like its neighbors Burkina Faso and Mali, who've both pivoted to Moscow since recent military coups of their own. No, you mean that they're sick of France occupying them and they want their country back. There, I fixed it for you. See, Niger is a country famous for its uranium. When we talk about neo-colonialism, this is one of the best examples. The French are heavily dependent on nuclear energy, and 1/3 of French homes are powered by uranium that comes from Niger, the Eiffel Tower even. Meanwhile, in Niger, 80% of the population do not even have electricity. France needs Niger's uranium so much, and yet Niger is the second poorest country in the world. How is this possible? Because the French are robbing them blind, taking and giving pennies. French neo-colonialism. So do not be surprised when people in Niger are chanting "À bas la France," down with France, and flying Russian flags. African countries are sick of being robbed. They are being independent. They are choosing to pivot away from Western colonizers because they see the Russians and the Chinese do things by the book. They are straightforward with you. Whereas we in Britain, in France, in Europe, we have a history of lying, cheating, and stealing. That is our legacy in Africa. And yet the BBC and CNN, they want you to think that Russia and China are debt-trapping Africa, like as if we didn't. They speak about African leaders as if they are children, as if they are stupid, like they don't understand what's good for them. Oh, they need the white man, they need Western troops and Western corporations to come and save them. Ha ha ha. Really? Yeah, I've seen this film before. People are so desperate to run away from the wars, from the plundering that we have inflicted on Arabia, on Africa. They are risking their lives. They risk perishing in the Mediterranean Sea, in the English Channel. But apparently they're the invaders. You see in Mali, you see Central African Republic, Sudan, and others that they're soliciting Wagner services because France and the US can't get the job done. France and the US come put their military bases in Niger and Burkina Faso and Mali, and they say, "We're here to save you from ISIS." Who created ISIS? Who created Al-Qaeda and unleashed them on the Middle East and on the Sahel? CIA and NATO. There was no ISIS before we destroyed Iraq, before we destroyed Syria, before we destroyed Libya. That wasn't a thing. This is why people are flying Russian flags when they have a coup in Niger. They are rejecting a president who is pro-French and pro-American. They are rejecting neo-colonial shackles and the West. And then, of course, they're going to go look elsewhere. They will look towards Russia and China, towards the competitors who treat them as equals. It's not that difficult to understand.
They play the show. My people, I tell you, see they happen now, so I go to bring and give them. See, it don't happen again. All of us, they're familiar with waiting they happen for Niger Republic like this. I know say the news where we say our president go ECOWAS meeting, go they threaten them with military intervention. I hope all of us hear them. But see now, see FKK, Feni Fani Kayode, all of us are Sabiam. See, this man don't come out talking on pass, say we go carry war, go meet Niger Republic. The thing surprised me. Now yesterday just talk. See, make I read and give one. He say the military government of Mali and Burkina Faso have said that any attack on Niger Republic by ECOWAS will be regarded as an act of war. This is pitiful and nonsensical threat from two pitiful and nonsensical unelected governments headed by Team Port military dictators. He also said the biggest mistake that the mutinous rebels and military usurpers of Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and their allies can ever make is to underestimate the fighting force and indomitable spirit of the Nigerian military, and the sense of solidarity that we as a people kindle, muster, and cultivate when confronted in the field of battle by a foreign foe. He also continued to say We may have challenges and issues in our country, but when at war against foreign armies on foreign soil, we have never been overwhelmed or defeated. History proves that. We are also slow to anger, but irresistible in battle. And if Burkina Faso, Malian, and the Niger army test our will, we shall bring them to their knees and teach them the lesson of their lives. Threatening great Nigeria with war is no small matter, and if carried out, will prove costly for them. Simply put, we would crush them like maggots under our feet and send them back to the stone ages where they belong. See wetin this man dey talk. See you go dey threaten a whole military general wey get mind comot president. Now you go dey threaten am. See if this war wey dey talk about come, na me and you wey be the youth go fight am. Na me and you wey from poor family like this go fight am. Abi you ready to fight? See, FKK no get pikin wey dey army. Himself no dey army. Once e happen, him go fly private jet run comot. Na me and you go fight am last. See, we never finish Boko Haram matter. We never finish herdsmen matter. We never finish Oduduwa separatist. We never finish even IPOB own. Our matter too much for our hand. I ain't go dey look for another country where him go invite for, say you wan go there, go fight war. Via say the country do wetin better for them. I beg my people, I no wan make this video dey long. As it happen for the country, na so I go dey bring am. For now, we will see another time.